Last two regular season matches. We'll try this one again. I think we were right on the verge of making this road trip once before, and obviously COVID had other plans, but it'll be our first trip ever, after 26 years doing this. It's not many first trip evers for me, but it'll be our first trip ever to Old Dominion, and we're looking forward to going down and trying to close this thing out, with two more wins. So with that, I'll take questions.
Hi, Coach. It's Cassidy with the Herald. So what are some things that you saw in the MTSU series that you would like to see change implemented in this series?
Oh, that's a good question. Just to play a little cleaner overall, at this point in the season, it's not necessarily a specific skill. Every time I talk on these things, I talk about serving. And, that's still going to be a real emphasis going into tournament time, is serving the ball well. But, it's really just about doing the things. My granddad, who was an old farm guy, used to say the hay's in the barn. And at this point, the hay's in the barn for our team a little bit. We are what we are. And so now it's not about doing anything new or improving on anything. It's about doing the things that you are trained to do really well over and over, and that'll be the focus this weekend.
It's Gina from News Channel 12. What are your thoughts on expanding the NCAA tournament from 48 teams to 64?
Yeah, I think it's for these student athletes and everything they've been through to get to this point. I think when that decision was made, many, many months ago, this world looked very different. And there was so much uncertainty to it. And could you even pull off a postseason tournament and all those things? And, as time has gone on, I think, you saw that football was able to do what football does. And now our men's and women's basketball tournaments are doing what they do, and they're doing it at full capacity with a normal tournament field. And so it's just a little frustrating that our tournament field is being reduced, living in the same world that they're living in. And there's a whole lot of kids. I always think it's important to reward these kids with postseason play when they've earned that. And certainly with everything that every kid has gone through this year, to have teams, whatever those teams would be, teams 48 through 64, the ones that currently wouldn't be a part of that tournament, to know that they're not going to be a part of that tournament in a year where they've probably made more sacrifices than they've ever made before is disappointing and something that I think could be taken a look at.
Hey, Coach, it's Cassidy again. So a couple of weeks ago, you said that the West Virginia series was going to give you in the team some sort of experience and just kind of like include diversity in this season. So this being the first series that you guys have ever played with Old Dominion, do you feel like you're going to be getting that diversity and experience?
Well, it's certainly a totally different style. They're a very well-coached team. They're a new program. But they have some international players that play that bring a certain style of play. And then Fred has done a really good job implementing what he wants to do there. And so when they're flowing, they're very, very difficult to deal with. When they, sometimes they can get out of sync and give points away. And we hope they decide that's what they want to do this weekend. But they're a scary team. They're a team that when they're in system and doing what they do, they have a really good sense of what they're trying to do. And when they're doing it well, they're a very difficult team to play against.
Anything else for Coach Hudson?
All right, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be back in a minute. All right, we've got Kayland Jackson here. Go ahead with questions for her when you're ready.
Hey, Kayland, this is Cassidy with the Herald. So what are some things that you guys saw in the MTSU series that you would like to see changed and implemented in this upcoming series against Old Dominion?
I just believe that we need to be a little more crisp and refine some of the things that we can control on our side of the net. We've been doing a good job of just breaking things down. We'll have break things down today in practice, and we've been trying to go back to the fundamentals and make sure that we're just ready to go for these upcoming matches.
And do you feel like these upcoming matches will kind of give you guys more experience for the tournament? Because like I said in the previous interview with Coach Hudson, he said before the West Virginia match that, that was kind of preparing you guys for the tournament, because it was outside of the conference. And I know that Old Dominion isn't outside of the conference, but this is like a big deal. You know, it's the first like match you guys have ever played against them.
Yeah, for sure. Especially since it's the first match that we've ever played against ODU. We'll definitely see their best foot forward, and we're going to put our best foot forward as well. So it should be a really good match, and it will help prepare us for the tournament. And then we'll just go from there and just try to build off of what we can build off of.
Anything else?
All right. Yeah, I have one more question. Just in general, like what have you guys seen from the Old Dominion team? Is there anything like specifically that you guys are going to be looking out for?
Yeah, we've not done too much scouting. We've looked at a little film, but we also know like ultimately during this time of the year that it's about your side of the net. And because anyone can win on any given day towards the end of the year, just because, you know, it's go time and everyone's trying to make the tournament. So we've been focusing a little bit on them, and especially they have a really good server. So we've been practicing that a little bit, but ultimately it comes down to us and just the things that we've been prepping for this week.
Anything else for KJ?
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, and we've got Shannon Keck here. Go ahead with questions when you're ready.
Hey Shannon, this is Cassie with the Herald. So you probably just heard me ask Kayland the same question, but is there anything like you as a player specifically or as the team think that like any playing style should be changed in this upcoming series?
I definitely think the little things we need to focus on for sure, making sure that those are a lot crisper. And I think our energy level needs to be up a little bit more. I think that if we can be more energetic and more positive, then we'll be a lot better.
And on the other hand, like I know coach this entire season has been telling you guys that you've been improving super well on serving and like getting those small balls. So is there anything that you like saw that was positive in the MTSU series that you would like to have carried over to the Old Dominion series?
I think definitely our mindset in the first day we played versus the second day we played, we definitely made a lot of adjustments and we were able to come back better the next day. And so I think if we can take that same energy and keep getting better as we keep going, then we'll be all right.